So we'll go through our exercises. We'll go through our warm-up exercises. So those of that haven't been doing these classes, for Rebecca, you've been doing these classes, these warm-up exercises. We've been doing a different set of warm-ups. We're using another part of our body to relax a different part of our body. So at the moment I'm using my elbows to let my wrists go. So everything comes from somewhere else. So learning how to relax the wrist completely and move a different part of my body. Yep. And we're doing that as warm-ups. And I'll quickly go through these for those people who need to go to work or whatever they need to do today, because otherwise we're going to run out of time. The elbows. Now I'm moving my elbows with my shoulders. So my shoulders do this. My shoulders do circles. I just let the elbows and wrist relax. And then the shoulder is itself, and I'm using my hips to move my shoulders. The shoulder just relaxes. Boom, 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 boom. Do circles. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Let the shoulders relax. I'll move my hips again. I'm not moving my arms just, if I just let my arms relax, see they're not moving at all. I just move my hips and then my arms move. That's the one. Now these are not easy to do. I was watching the other day when I did this in the 200-hour class on Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, can't remember which one. I think I watched it, both of them anyway. And this is not easy exercises to do. Some people can do it. We've got one particular person who's a dancer, and so they're really used to letting their limbs relax. But I was watching other people do these, and it's not easy. What have you been kicked inside? Because you were barking, didn't you? You've been kicked inside, haven't you? Come and hide by me. What? You get told off and come inside here. What's this? And of course you can go backwards and forwards. Off you go. You've been told off, you're coming to hide by Daddy Bear, haven't you? She was barking outside and Josephine just told her off. Oh, I love it. So we're moving our hips backwards and forwards. So now we're relaxing our shoulders, elbows and wrists all at the same time. Yeah, so I was watching people do them, and people really struggle with them. This is not easy to do. If you don't know how to let your arms and legs and arms relax and then move it with another part of your body, it's not easy. I just presumed that we could all do it. In saying that, I had a couple ones that I find right difficult because I don't normally do that. Yeah. Good. And so you can move your shoulders by your elbows. I can move my elbows, and that can move my shoulders. Yep. Very interesting. The neck's a funny one. We're going to do some work with the neck today. The neck's a funny one because the neck exercises, you have to learn how to let your neck flop. And you go forward and backwards and let it flop. And of course the theory is it doesn't feel, you're scared you're going to hurt your neck, but you don't, because the ligament tension stops that. But flopping forward, when I first started doing this, it was really difficult, and it's got easier and easier as I've got more and more confident that my neck's not going to fall off, my head's not going to fall off. Do you like that, Mark? Did you? Confident my head's not going to fall off. And so the same with doing the side and side. Still not easy, but it's getting better. But as I said, I watch people doing these exercises and really they struggle to let that part of whatever anatomy, not necessarily the neck, any part of the body. If you don't know how to articulate it, it's not easy to do. I know we've got the cat going now. But that's not the hard one. The hard one's this one. When you use your hips to move your neck around. Just let your head flop forward, flop back. Flop forward, flop back. It's such a good exercise. You get a bit dizzy with it though. Flip the other way. Feels great. And all I'm doing is moving my hips in a circle. There you go. Hee. Our spine. Now with our spine, we're going to move our hips, just to relax your spine, and think of your spine relaxed. And your spine moves, and it wobbles. It not wobbles, the bottom goes first, and then the spine and the top goes, and it's sort of like the spine's behind itself. As it goes, it's like a whip, and it turns around and turns back. But it's coming from the hips, so the L4 and L5 are the first ones to turn, and then it works like in sequence all the way up the spine. And then the last piece. And it's almost like the seaweed, I was talking the other day, it's almost like the seaweed exercises, where you start off, and then the hands go forward and you come back, and the hands are slightly, there's a whip going on after it. The spine's always the same. You feel this feeling that it goes like that, all the way up the spine, then the head's the last piece. But when the head's flipping one way, the hips are already moving back the other way, and it comes around and then flips around that way. And then it's already coming back, and then it comes back. So that feeling, it'd be quite remarkable to be able to completely let that go and let the spine do that. There certainly wouldn't have a lot of tension in the body if you could do that. But I just noticed it getting better and better. Or I can actually feel the spine moving. That's great. These are they fascinate me, these exercises. I don't get fascinated often, but I'm fascinated by these exercises. Because I'm doing things my body's never done before, and I like that. And my body's struggling to do something, and I like that too, because I'm not quite sure how to do them. So perseverance is a great thing. Very good. We move our hips now. We move our hips with our knees. So we move our knees from side to side, and then relax your hips. And do it from your knees, not your hips. And I was watching people do this the other day. It's very hard to not use your hips. To let your hips relax and just move your knees from side to side. It's not easy to do that because the hips want to get involved. Anyway, it looks really great too, doesn't it? Good. Do the knees in a circle, which moves your hips. Very good. There you go. I'm going to patent these exercises. Not that you're going to patent a physical exercise anyway, but I'll do a whole set of them. I'll put them up for people. Make my own Qigong relaxing exercises. How to do nothing well. Good. There you go. Good. Now, well, sort of something then. Move your spine. Move your spine backwards and forwards. And then relax your hips. Well, that's a different feeling, isn't it? That's a totally different feeling. Just invented another one. Now consciously my spine's moving. All the tendons and ligaments around my spine are moving backwards and forwards, because that's what I'm creating. And my two hips aren't doing anything. They're just following that. And that's quite a weird feeling. Gee, you can move anything within a thing, can't you? That's great. Good. Move my hips, move my knees. So now I'm going back the other way, where I'm moving my hips. My focus is on moving my hips and relax my knees. Of course, relax your ankles as well at the same time. Back the other way. Very good. Go from side to side. Move my hips side to side. Relax your knees. That feels weird too. No, there's nothing I can do. Relax the cartilages on the knees and the ligaments of the knees, the medial and lateral ligaments. By just moving your hips around, you can feel the knees relax and the cartilage are moving. Not the cartilage, the tendons are. I can feel them. And the ligaments attaching the bones. There you go. Very cool. Cool. With the ankle, just use your knee. Flop your foot forward. Yeah, just like you do with your hand, with the elbow. Just let the foot flop. Now this was a tricky one. A lot of people can't do this. I'm not sure how you're going in your class, but it's hard to let that foot just relax and hang. Just flop the foot. And you're using your knee to do that. You're not using your ankle. Turn around. I'm moving my knee to do that. knee the other way. Good practice for one leg standing. Other side. Feels so good. Circles. Oops. Certainly one way is better, easier than the other. Good. Just feel the arms, legs relaxing, everything's relaxed. Shoulders, arms, neck. Feels great. There you go. I'll have a quick glass of water, hang on a sec. Water stop. Right, so we're going to do our neck today. So the neck, I've done this before, I know I have, but it's come up again. So we're going to do it again. So we will incorporate the exercise I've done before, also a couple of exercises for your neck as well. So the neck is one of the pivotal parts of our body. Of course it is, it holds our head on. But besides that, it's one of the places you get a lot of tension in, and all the ligaments and tendons. There's not many people you could squeeze the back of your neck, and it's usually pretty painful. Or in the traps, and you push your finger in there. There's a lot of tension. And if you've ever had I've talked about this too, if you've ever had a neck massage, just a neck massage, nothing else, it's one of the most painful things you get because they get the fingers right into all those ligaments and tendons that run up to your neck. And we carry a lot of tension in our neck. It also is holding our head up. It holds our head up from that movement. And so it supports our head. So it's constantly got tension balancing our head because all the ligaments are holding our head on top and they're all balanced up through here, holding your head up. And it's easy if you let them relax, it flops forward. And if you go out and it goes backwards. Yeah? And so we're constantly having to hold rigidity in our tendons and ligaments in our head to hold our head relatively straight, looking straight ahead. Of course, one of the invents that's really affected that, of course, is the computer. Because we have this idea, we're sitting down, especially if you've got a laptop, you've got your head down this way. Unless you're sitting up looking like that, and you can do that without having to put your head down and type, or use the mouse. And you're doing this, yeah? And so we have this neck thing now, and I've noticed people, especially if I see it on computers, I just notice it. But they'll sit there and their heads, it's like this, instead of there, it's actually forward like that. So you can see the structure of the neck from being back that way, looking straight ahead, to being this way looking down. Now there's what's going to happen if you're doing this for a long time, the body is going to get used to that. So when you go to put your head up, it's actually going to be quite difficult because you've trained the head to sit in a certain position. And we're trying to get it untrained by bringing it out. And we do that all the time in our classes when we talk about pulling your chin back. When we talk about pulling our chin. Now we don't pull our chin down, we pull it straight back that way. So it goes back that way like that. And what that does is take out the big curvature in your neck, takes the curvature out and makes it less. You can't ever have it perfectly straight because it doesn't. That's not how it functions. Like our lower back's always got a slight curvature. You don't have a straight back as such. We have the curve like that, and the spine, and you see a spine if you see a anatomical bone spine, the actual bones, you see the curvature in the spine, and that's a normal thing to have. It's only when it's crooked or it's got too big a curvatures, yeah? And that's the problem when it puts pressure on the ligaments, tendons. So we're trying to change that by bringing our neck slightly back to hold that posture and get used to tucking our chin back so we're looking straight ahead. And that, of course, takes, for one, does a few things. So the first thing it does is, as soon as you pull your chin back, it takes the tension off those ligaments holding your neck forward, because when they're forward, all the stress is on the ligaments holding you. There's a bit of weight on your head, and the head's forward and the ligaments are hanging onto the head, so it doesn't flop forward. Yeah, we got that idea. So as soon as you bring your head back, then of course the ligaments can just relax, because now it's just sitting and you're balancing your head on top of your spinal column. So your spinal column sitting in the middle and your head sitting on top of it, and you're balancing it, not leaning forward where all the weight's forward and it's putting stress on all the ligaments either side. Now we're going to bring it up and we're going to balance our head on top of our shoulders. Yep. So we have that idea, the consciousness of that, the balance of your head. While we always look out into the conscious space, we look out. We don't look down, because of course as soon as you do that, it's going to affect it. We're looking out and we pull our chin back. And then so we're learning how to balance our head on top of our spine. So that as soon as you do that, it's going to take all this tension out of your neck and out of all the ligaments and tendons in your neck. It's going to take them out, because now it's just sitting on top, not leaning forward or leaning backwards or leaning to the side. Either way, all of those are going to create stress in all the muscles, the ligaments and tendons. So then it sits on top, and all these things can just relax and just position there. And the idea is just to try and balance your head on top of your shoulders. Interesting concept, isn't it? We're going to do something with that later. So first of all, we're going to do is to get that phase is to learn how to actually let all the ligaments and tendons go, how to let them to stretch them and relax them. Now this exercise we're doing with this one is a great way of doing it, but it's not easy. I think that's better. There you go. So the idea of this holding the head on the top and balancing your head. And so, as I say, the first thing we're going to do is get the ligaments relaxed, because remember there's a lot of pressure on them holding your head up, especially if it's lying it's forward. There's a lot of pressure on them. The same thing when we sleep at night time. One of the sleeping positions is if you lie on the side, and you're not going to be able to see this yourself unless you get somebody else to look for you. And you can look from behind, and your whole spine should be flat. When it gets to the neck's on the pillow. Now that we don't want the neck up, and you don't want the neck down, you want the neck completely in line with the vertebra. So your pillow should be holding your vertebrae, your neck and your head in a straight line. But if your pillow's too high, then it's going to bend the neck up, so you've got a spine, and then you've got a neck sticking up in the air. And you don't want that. You want your neck flat, so the whole thing's flat, and it all relaxes along the spine. It's important, but as I say, you won't be able to see this because you can't see behind yourself. Unless you get a mirror, you wouldn't be able to do that. You'd have to film it to actually see where you're positioned. So you put your head on the neck, put your neck on the pillow. There's a bit of dyslexia for the day. Put your head on the pillow, and then have a look and just see where it is, and see if the line's perfect. Now I've done this, and so I sleep on a particular pillow that has my neck completely flat. Yep. And it's important we do that. And if you sleep on your back, not that everybody sleeps on their back, you want your spine with a curvature as such, so your head's going to be slightly down. Yeah, it's not going to be sitting. You don't want to just put the spine like that and then your neck up in the air with a pillow. You don't want that, because the same thing, you're putting tension on your neck again. Yep, that's why people snore, by the way, because as soon as you congest your neck, if I do that, if I shut down that, it shuts down the airways, because you want your neck open so that your trachea is open where the air is going down, and you don't want it shut down and then it's only little gap going through, and it's going to have trouble. Yep, it's not the only reason why people snore, but it is one of them. So that's the sleeping thing. So when we're standing, the same thing. We want to get used to bringing our chin back and balancing our head on top of our shoulders. That's what we want to get used to doing that. Yeah. So first of all, we stretch the ligaments. So how we do that is what I always do, and I do these exercises on purpose because I believe that the energy travelling through your neck, or your chi that travels through your ren maya, the du maya, and all the meridians, by the way, all 12 meridians go to your head. So they all go through your neck somewhere. All the meridians. There's no exception. So then anywhere where there's tension in the neck, and there's muscle tension, and there's tension in the ligaments, tendons, it's interfering with the energy travelling to your head. So then it's going to affect the way your mind works, the way you function. It's going to affect the way you see, the way you hear, the way you taste. You're going to affect everything if there's tension in here interfering with the energy. It's also going to affect the nerves of the body, because all the nervous system runs into the spine, and the spine, the central nervous system runs into your spine that goes through, that's your spinal fluid that goes all the way to your brain. And if there's any constriction on that as well, it's going to affect messages coming from the body to your head, to your computer. So your computer's not getting the data from the body if it's getting stuck in your neck. Such an important thing. So as I say, we'll do the stretches first, and I do them all the time for this exact reason. And you feel that, and you get to the side and just relax the neck. And feel the stretch, and then relax. Take a breath in, relax, and let it stretch more. Good. Take a breath in. Relax, stretch more. Because if you want the chi to flow around your body, the energy flow in your body, and then slowly pick it up. Good. And then go to the other side. Good. Get in this position. Now, one side could be more stiffer than the other. It's okay. That's what we're trying to change. Take a breath in. Breathe out, and then move, just relax your neck and just feel your neck stretch. Good, take a breath in. Breathe out, relax. And feel the pulling. You'll feel it really pulling tight right to the base of your skull sometimes, depending where the tension is. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Good. Now when you pick your neck up, if I use the ligaments that I've just tried to relax, if I use those ligaments on this side of the neck to pull my head back up, then I'm just going to load them back up again. So we're going to do it different. Use your head string to pull your head back up. Good, we'll try that again on the other side. Let your head string lower it down. Good, take a breath in. Relax the ligaments on the side. breathe out, relax. Good, breathe in, relax again. Breathe in again and relax the ligaments again. Good. Let your head strength pull your head up. That's good. And then let your head strength bring it the other way. Good. Get to the position, take a breath in. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. Good. Good. Then head strength, bring it back to the top. Good. Now you're going to bring your head strength forward. Let your head strength bring forward. Now you'll feel the pulling on the back of your neck. Same thing again. Take a breath in, relax, and just let your head flop forward. Not flop forward, but just let your head relax and move forward. Take another breath in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3 times. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Just let it flop as much as it can. Good. Now, head strength, pull up your head again. Don't use the ligaments in the back of your neck, otherwise you just load them back up again. And we're going to take it backwards. Yeah. Go all the way backwards. Take a breath in and just let your head go. Take a breath in. Breathe out, relax, let your head go. Good. One more time. Breathe in. Let your head go. Good. Head string on top of your head, bring your head forward. Good. Now we're going to go do it twice. So come forward. Take a breath in, let your head hang down. Just feel all the ligaments relaxing. Take a breath in. Relax. So it's like your head's just slumping, your neck's just slumping, you're not holding it up at all. Good. Now use your head string to move your head back up. Good. Then go backwards. Take a breath in and just let it slump backwards. Breathe in. Good. Head string, put it back up again. Good. Now we're going to turn it to the side. Now what we're going to do is you're going to get a nose string. Now this is a very novel thing for a puppet to have, is a string for their nose. Because you have the nose string, of course, you can pull the nose up and you can pull the nose down by pulling the string up and down. But we're going to have the string and we're going to pull it to the side, and as we pull it to the side, it's going to bring our neck around. Keep your shoulders where they are. And use a nose string to pull your neck round to the side. Then take a breath, and then get your nose string to pull your head round further as you relax. Take a breath in. Relax, get your nose string, pull you around. Good, one more time, take a breath in. Breathe out, nose string, pull you around. Good. Now, get the nose string on the other side of the ring, grab the front on the other side, and bring your head around using the nose string. Nothing else. Just pull it around while you're hanging onto a nose string, pulling your nose. Around the other side. Stop with the shoulders in the front, so your shoulders facing the front. And then take a breath in, and let your nose string pull your nose and pulls your neck around. Good, take a breath in, pull it around again. Good, one more time. Breathe in, breathe out, pull the nose around, pull the neck around. Good. Get the nose string on the other side, pull it back. Now you're going to notice that you're going to be able to stretch your neck around further than you've ever been able to do before doing this method. Otherwise you're losing your ligaments. Keep your shoulders where they are, shoulders straight to the front. Good, take a breath in, relax. Let your nose pull your neck around. Relax, pull it around again. Nose again, and further. Good. Then get your nose string, pull it around the other way. We're going to go right around the other side. Keep your shoulders facing the front. Right around the side. And get to the place where it's tight. Then take a breath in. And then move it again. Take a breath in. Move it again. One more breath. Take a breath in. Pull your nose, which brings your neck around. Good. And then bring the nose string, bring it back to the front. Very good. The next one we're going to use, we use the idea of the head string. We did it before. we're going to use the head string. We're going to go back to the first one. Bring a head string on top of your head, and your head string's going to pull your neck over. Yeah. Good, take a breath in, and the head string's going to pull your neck down. Take a breath in. Let your head string pull your neck down. Take a breath in. Head string pull your neck down. That's it, good. You can feel it goes a long way further than you've probably ever taken it before. Good. Now get your head string to pull your head back up again. And get the other hand, swap it over, it's easier. Bring your head string down. Good, take a breath in. Relax, pull the head down. Stretching your neck. Take a breath in. Pull it again. One more time, take a breath in. Breath in and breathe out, stretch it down. Good, now bring your head string, pull it back up again. Very good. Now, we're going to use our head string again to do, because what we're doing is we're taking our consciousness outside of our neck, so we're not trying not to move our neck with our neck. We're trying to move our neck for somebody else, which is the same principle of doing our arms when we're letting relax, we're using our elbows. Same principle. So use your head string, and you're going to bring your head string forward, and it's going to do circles, but your head string's doing the circle, not your neck. Yeah, comes around the back. And your head string's pulling your head around. Now your body just stays where it is, and your head just moves. And your head string's what's moving it for you. Yep. I've got my hand here just to show you what it looks like, but you don't need to do that. You can just have your hands down by your side, and just think of my head strings moving my head around. And it takes it into the fullest arc it can go. It goes as low as it can in the front, as much as it can go to the side, and as much as it can go to the back. And the head string's got a full stretch all the way around, but the head string is moving it. That's it, good. You'll hear, if you're anything like my neck, you'll hear the grinding from all the years of playing rugby. All the damage in my neck. Hear all the grinding and creaking going on in my neck when I do this. But your head string's moving it, so something outside of your body is moving your head, not you. Good, and then go the other way. Head string moving your neck. So you feel the stretch on all the places that's fully stretched all the way around. But relax as it's stretched. Just relax the neck as it goes around. Get your head string, pull it round, but just to relax your head. Relax your neck as your head string does it. Good. Now you're going to love the next one. Go back round and then get your head string, pull your head up so it straightens it back up. Now you're going to use your head string to pull your head to go higher. So feel your head string pulling on your head. Your weight of your body holds your shoulders down, the weight holds your shoulders down, and as you pull your head string, it stretches your neck. Yeah. So feel like you're stretching, you're pulling your head string up, and feel it expand your neck. And you can actually physically feel. We do this as a warm up for the quiescent standing form. Yeah. Good. And then relax the neck. Good. Then pull your head string up again. Feel the neck expanding. Keep going, keep expanding, keep pulling. Keep stretching, right, keep stretching. If it keeps moving, if you can keep moving and you feel your head still moving, keep moving till you get to a place where it can't go any higher. And then just relax quietly. Good, grab your head string again, pull it up. And relax. Now we're going to do something slightly different. So if you've ever had a massage or anybody's done traction on your neck, you'll notice when they hold onto your neck, I'll do the sideways, and you're lying on the table and your head's here. And when they pull the head back, you feel your head getting longer. This is what we're doing at the moment, but we're doing it by ourselves. And quite often when they move it back, you'll move it slightly from the side, so you'll rock it. As you're pulling the head back, you rock the head slightly like that to let the ligaments and everything relax. And you just rock it backwards, and as you do that, everything relaxes side to side, and pull it back, and it relaxes so you can pull it back. And then you always relax it slowly, always let it go slowly. You don't just sort of let it go and it goes flying back again. Even the idea of that sounds terrible. So you pull it up and you're letting it, moving it, stretch, 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 and then you slowly let it relax. We can do the same thing with the head string. So as we move up, as we're pulling it up, we're going to feel like we're moving it slightly side and side, and as we do that, we're going to feel that ligaments relaxing as we're pulling it up. And then hold it up, and then relax. Good, we can pull it up, move it side to side. Yeah, that's it, good, perfect. Right to the top. And then relax, very good. Bring it up. Very cool, and then relax. Very good. Now we're going to find the balance. I said we're going to do this, we'll do the last thing. Find the balance where your head is balanced on top of your shoulders, right? So what you want to do is just move your head slightly to the side. We're going to go going this way, we're going to the right if we're mirroring you. Slightly to the side, and then bring it back to the centre, and feel where that centre point is. Go slightly to the left, and as soon as you go to the left, feel the weight of your head pulling on your ligaments, yep? Then go back to the centre. Go slightly forward, bring your head forward, and as it goes forward, feel all of a sudden the ligaments tighten up at the back, because we're nice and relaxed now, so you can feel that really easy. Yes, but you can feel it, and bring them back. Or you can bring your head back, and it just sits on it. Good, go backwards, and feel them tighten up in the front. As you go back, you feel the tension in the front, and then bring them back to the centre where they relax. Good. We're going to make this easier for you to do this. So when you're going to, your hand, put it on the side of your neck. Doesn't matter which side it is. We're going to go to the right, so I've got my hand on my left. It's on the traps. And you're going to move your head off the centre. As soon as you do that, feel the tension build up in the muscles. And then bring your head back till you feel this muscle disengage and gets relaxed. Good. Another one on the other side. Bring it that way. As soon as you go off centre, you can feel, oh sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Don't mind me. You go that way. See, I can feel this muscle getting tension as soon as I move my head over. So if I bring my head back, this muscle gets soft again. So if I go backwards, put your hand on their throat. As you go backwards, you're going to feel your claudio muscles in the front. You'll feel the tension coming through them. Yeah? And as soon as you bring them back to the front, you feel them relaxing. There's a place where they just relax, they disengage. Same with the back. If I hold my muscles on, my fingers on the muscles of the back of your neck, come slightly forward. And as soon as you do that, you feel the muscles on the back of either side of your spine and the back of your neck, you feel them engaging. So come back to where they get to a place where they disengage and they're soft again. So everything now should be soft, so you can feel the muscles on the side, and where that point is, that centre point where your head is relaxed. Yeah? Now, from that point, move your chin slightly back, and then watch what happens. Pull your chin back. We'll leave your chin forward first, so you can see. Move it forward, and then move it back, and still have your hands on the muscles on the side. You see the change, what happens in those muscles. Do it the other side. Bring your head forward. Bring your chin back, and watch what happens to the muscles on the side of your neck. There's an instant change from there to there. Same thing with the back. If I go to the back of the neck, I've got my head forward. If I bring my chin back, see the muscles in the back of your neck relax. So if I bring my chin forward and I move my chin back, then you feel them relax. So there's this perfect point of balance from your head string to where it is. So we want to be able to go from side to side, forward and backwards, side and side, and be able to relax where it's perfectly weighted. Yeah? Now when you think it's got perfectly weighted, what I want you to do is I'm going to get you to move. You take a step one side or the other. And take your head and your body at the same time. You're going to change weight onto one foot and then step across. And keep your head perfectly balanced. Good. Then step back to the centre again. And feel like your head is, as you're trying to balance it, it's like your head sitting on the top of a pinhead. And your head sitting on top of that. And you're trying to move your head, keeping it perfectly weighted and perfectly balanced where there's no tension in it. So you're balancing your head. Good. Move it back to the centre. Perfectly weighted your head. Now you might find you have to adjust your neck slightly to do this. Step to the other side. It's sitting on top. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be rocking it forwards, back and forward or backwards, or going this way, or side and side. You want to be having it sitting right on top and be aware of this perfect position where your head sits on it. Yeah? Tuck your chin back. Perfect place. And now the neck, you feel that your neck should be all really soft. Yeah, you feel your neck muscles, everything will be nice and soft. As long as you can hold it in the space. But as soon as you move it anywhere out other than there, the tension will go back in the ligaments. Good. So next time when you're on a computer, and you're on the computer, hopefully you have your screen nice and high. I do have mine up here so I don't look down. When I'm looking at the computer, and I'm aware, and I always remember to pull my chin back when I'm looking at my computer, because otherwise my neck goes forward for some reason. My eyes want to get closer to the computer screen, so I do that for some reason. I'm not alone doing that. You go like that so you can see better. I pull my chin back and look from a distance, yeah? And I do that constantly to keep that posture in my side of my neck. So, because this is the thing that upsets you, yeah? So now if you have to just move your neck around, you feel how much freedom there is in your neck right now, and how easy it is to move your neck. Now could be pieces inside your neck which you notice were really stiff when you do these exercises. I would get some liniment or tiger balm or something like that, or get a massage and get the massage into that tightness to let it go, because there's a tension in there, yeah? And that'll be affecting the chi flow, and it'll be affecting the blood flow as well. So massage wherever the point is. I've got a little one over here when I went that way, it's just there, and I'm going to do that after class, and I'll put some stuff on my neck to let that relax. It's just there, I can feel it, there's a point of tension. And I'll massage that and it'll go away. So there we go. So there's our neck for the day. So when we're walking around, and I encourage you today, is when you're walking around, is be conscious of your head position on your top of your shoulders, and see if you can walk around everywhere you walk and hold your head so it's perfectly balanced on top of your head when you're walking around today. Yeah? And when it does do that. Now, if you're going to do the dishes, use your head string, bring your head down, do the dishes, and then at your head string, pull it up to move the dishes over the other side. Head string down, do the dishes, head string pulls your head up, moves it over, put it on the drag, and do that. So you're not using your muscles to try and get you away from using your muscles. Let the energy move your neck. Move the energy, move your neck, not your muscles. There you go. Enjoy that. There you go. Neck exercise for the day. I'd be lovely to watch you guys walking around today, walking around like this. Not quite like that, but you know what I mean. It's just been aware of our posture, and you know that's why there was such lots done in the old days. They used to put books on the young girls' heads to make sure they have nice posture. We have terrible posture. Humans don't. If you watch people walking around, their posture's terrible, and it's not because of anything else, but nobody's ever actually probably told them about it. They don't worry about it anymore. We just walk around, do whatever you like. But most people walk around with their heads forward, which is a weird thing. So we're trying to put our chin back and look out into the conscious space when we're walking. So we're aware of the conscious space. We're looking up the whole time. So we're aware of this big space around us instead of head down looking at the ground in front of us. Yep. Anyway, thought for the day. Enjoy your walk today. Sorry a bit late today. Sorry if that's running into people's classes. It was one of those days today. The rain got me when I wasn't quite ready. Have a beautiful day, eh? See you on Thursday. Or some of you I'll see tomorrow. Roll back. Go. Mark, I don't think I gonged at the start of the class today. Here we go. Thank you for coming to class. Have a beautiful day, eh?